The tour this afternoon. Just a friendly reminder, there is no eating, drinking, or smoking on the train. As well, we ask that you please remain seated with your arms and legs well within the train at all times. We are about to enter a 40-acre reserve consisting mostly of open woodland, as well as holding several exotic species from around the world. It also serves as a natural refuge for many other wild animals and birds native to southern Ontario. Prominent vegetation in this area includes willow, ash, elm, poplar, and a large sheltering white pine forest. Please note that the Nature Boy Scenic Railway is intended as a scenic ride and not as an animal display. Therefore, it will only be by chance that animals are seen. So please keep your eyes peeled and your cameras ready.
Cameras, iPads, tablets, phones ready.
African Lion Safari was founded in the name of conservation and education by the late Colonel G.D. Daly in the summer of 1969, and we can say it has been a roaring success ever since. This year we are pleased to be celebrating our 46th year. The park's come a long way in these 46 years, as when it first opened, there were only about 3 game reserves and about 40 lions. The park now has about 9 kilometers of trail and 7 game reserves, as well as a number of different species. We have a few wild species with us here today. That is one of our painted turtles just on a log there. The painted turtle is a very common freshwater species that likes to feed on underwater plants, mosquito larvae, and insects. They're also very timid creatures and will often dive underwater when they are scared. We're also going to have a few more of our painted turtles just on the left-hand side and a few of the Canadian geese. The painted turtles get their name because of the colorful areas on their undersides. Also on the right-hand side in that center island there, that is a great blue heron just standing on the island. The great blue heron is one of the most common types of wading birds, and they're very easy to recognize in flight as they carry their necks in an S-shaped curve with their long legs trailing out behind them. Next up on the right-hand side, these are some of our sandhill cranes. The sandhill crane is a native, well, there are several different species, but these ones are native to this area. And they are one of the many wild birds that come and make their home with us in this reserve. Coming up on the left-hand side, we have a few of our Canadian geese. We have a large number of them in this reserve because they do reproduce quite easily in the wild. And they get about 100 breeding pairs. They migrate from the southern United States, which is their wintering ground. And each of those breeding pairs is going to lay between 5 and 7 creamy white eggs just along the water's edge. And so this will make for a large number of Canadian geese all in one area. Also by the water's edge we have a few of our mallard ducks. When fully grown, males will have a glossy green head, and the females are going to keep that dull brown coloration as it helps to keep them hidden from predators while they're sitting on their eggs. Also coming up on the right-hand side here, these small deer are some of our fallow deer. Those are some of the young ones there. The fallow deer are native to Mediterranean countries, and we have these ones in this reserve are a hybrid between black and spotted fallow deer.
here.
And so they show a wide variety of coat colorations. We're also going to be coming over a bridge now, and we like to take this time to remind everyone to please keep their arms and legs inside the train at all times. There's also another great blue heron just up in the tree there. Also going to be coming up on the right-hand side up ahead. That is our state-of-the-art elephant facility. It was specially designed to house the park's herd of Asian elephants and features computer-controlled ventilation systems, heated floors, and natural lighting. There's also a laboratory and research center that lets our staff continue their efforts in maintaining one of North America's most successful breeding programs for the endangered Asian elephant. However, we don't just have Asian elephants here, we have a wide variety. Some animals found in very different places. First off, on the right, we have some of our reindeer whose soft and widespread feet make them great for moving across snow, ice, and tundra. And next to them, we do have some of our Bactrian camels. And they live in the warmer regions of the world. For many years, people believed that those humps were filled with water. This is actually untrue. They are filled with fat. And just next to our elephants, we do have some of our, next to our camels, we do have some of our Asian elephants. The Asian elephants have very delicate skin, and often you'll see them tossing hay or dirt on their backs to protect themselves from the sun. And now in tossing the dirt and hay on their backs like that, it does get them quite dirty. So we always like to take them down for a swim to our recreational lake, as this helps them to cool down and get cleaned up. The next swim will be happening today at 6 o'clock, just behind Jungle Junction, where all the safari tour buses, Jungle Junction being the white building where all the safari tour buses load.
Spiderweb.
Also on the right-hand side, we'll see a few of our Asian elephants giving some folks an elephant ride.
Oh, big crane. I love the elephant ride.
The train we're riding on today is being pulled by a miniature replica of an 1863 C.P. Huntington steam engine. The original steam engine played an important role in building the western portion of the first transcontinental railroad from 1864 to 1869. And it now stands in front of the railroad station in Sacramento, California, where it serves as a symbol of an engineering marvel from over 140 years ago. Unfortunately, our tour of this reserve is now coming to an end, and I ask that you please remain seated until the train has come to a full and complete stop at the station. Once you exit the train, the path leading off to the right-hand side is the gateway to the show areas, including the